Hey guys, welcome back. And you all been anticipating a reveal of my teeny tiny little work area, so this is it. Well, that's part of it. Y'all have seen that, well, at least some of you have. We back out here a little bit, and I'll try and do this in such a way that camera's smooth here. Oops. So let's zoom in. Poor lighting. Come on, camera, focus. Anywho, there's a couple Mustangs up there, assorted drill bits. This is where I do most of the holster work. There's that dang precious taco again. Anyway, I use magnetic work mats to hold magnetic pieces down so they don't roll all over the place, because y'all know if you've worked on anything with small and metal, it disappears when it hits the floor, even on a hard floor. So I use magnetic mats, and I get those from Magnetic Gun Mat. I also have a couple from RC Cow, or Cow RC I mean. So they're sister companies owned by the same guy, and Heath is a really nice guy. And you want, I can get you a link to that. I keep assorted ink pens, pens, other drill bits that don't fit up there and there. And of course those are all on a magnetic mat as well, so they don't go everywhere. Let's see, a couple extra tools, some baskets to house stuff. That little piece right there is, let's see, yeah, it's all further this one jumps in. That is just spare bits, bobs, and boobs. Temp gun, small screwdriver. And here's the holster making stuff with all the appropriate eyelets and screws and mounts and everything. And hold on. Give this a little bit more. Hey, there we go. Now we can move freely. That is the press, and I'll see if I can't walk over here and get in front of the camera. There, now you can see what the press looks like. So that's where I put the stuff in to press it flat and make sure it's got a definition. That is the buffer to make the edges polished, and I'll show that off in a minute. There is the eyelet press, my little sander, which I have belts for both regular sanding and sharpening blades. Right there usually sits a drill press, but that is at a friend's because he borrowed it last year, and when he was on his way to bring it over, he blew a tire. So I'm still waiting for that to be returned. But it's not that big of a piece, that are big of a deal. I have a hand drill. And we'll slide over this way. Of course I have a professional drill vise, X and Y axis. And of course, what would a good shop be without some sort of saw? And as you can see, it's got a mess of stuff down there at the bottom. I haven't cleaned it yet, but maybe I should. Anywho, also got an air compressor. Underneath that box right there of little airbags is a 4x36 4x36 belt sander. I've also got my soldering iron over there within reach. Down there, or underneath there, don't look over here, this doesn't exist. Underneath there are the rest of the Ryobi tools. It's, see, we got a Sawzall. I've got a grinder that I converted into a chainsaw. A couple different sanders. And down here, I don't knock anything over. Put that down. I usually keep it closed so no dirt gets on it. This is where I keep all my Kydex. And I have a little bit. Just haven't used it in a while. I got some nice bright Hunter's Orange. We got some gray. Charles dropped his fork. We got some police line blue. And of course I got a couple small pieces of this pink camel left. This side over here is just junk. Well, it's not really junk, it's just stuff I don't need right now. It's in the way, and that's why it's there. And y'all had to look at my fat belly. Sorry. The drawers, I can access it through the top if I have to. I can lift that up to get to that drawer. kind of oversight on my part when I made that a while back. Bottom drawer is manuals and other log stuff that I don't need. This drawer over here is nothing but sandpaper. So I'm going to try and pick you up as gently as possible and bring you over here so we can zoom in. Over here I keep an assortment of regular sandpapers or sanding blocks. These are wet dry, various grits. I use everything from 3200 down to 12,000 for finalizing blades that I sharpen. That way I get a nice mirror polish. Like I said, these are all wet sand. They're sponges, so oops, less chance of me cutting my finger. A couple of metal bits, they're spacers for setting up holsters and stuff. I don't have a holster because they're all packed up. Excuse me. Let's see where you're at here. These are large eyelets. They're not eyelets, but bolts. And that's what goes here. So we can mount things. You can give retention. It's just like this here. That way I can bolt stuff to holsters if needed, or sheaths. These are extras. They're really long posts. These are the really small ones. These are your standard eyelets. These are 0.6. These are 0.8. And the difference between the two, a couple pieces here. Get back here behind the camera. Focus, camera, focus. Camera, focus. Doesn't want to. Back it out a little bit. Alright. If I can get it to focus. There, you see the Kydex in the bottom, the pink, is thicker than the other one. That's 0.8. The top one is just black, it's 0.6. So it depends on what kind of sheath or holster you're making. Light duty stuff you can get away with 0.6 or 0.6. The heavy duty stuff is great for heavier knives. You know, like this one here, it's a little bit heavier. So this is a 0.8. This was made out of 0.8. And the buffing wheel, as you can see, if I can get it to focus. There we go. As you can see, the buffing wheel is designed. I use that to take and make a nice polished edges on stuff, so it looks like one piece instead of a mismatched job. Always keep a knife handy, always. Also, I have lights everywhere, so if power goes out. Assorted clips right there that kind of hard to see because of that light. Right there, assorted spring clamps so I can clip things together. Let's see. Zoom in down here. Various different types of holster mounts. I've got some regular clips. I got some. And these are expensive as poop, so I probably should try and sell something and use them. It's overhead, but those are. I got it all mixed up. Those are nice for if you want to do something that's inside the waistband, but you don't want to be able to see anything, or if you're wearing suspenders, or not wearing a belt, or jogging shorts. There's utility clips. Utility clips are great because it'll clip to the clothing. You don't have to have a belt on, and it makes it very, very difficult to see. I have some different types of clips. These are nice, heavy duty, and they're canted a little bit. So these are nice for other things. And different types of other clips. My Dremel supply stuff right here. Hey, Jerry, if you watch this, right there, that blue one right there at the bottom, right there, that's medical stuff for boo-boos. We got to get you set up with some boo-boo stuff. Who knows, maybe when I get a chance to send you that piece of wood, I'll send you some boo-boo stuff. These are a couple of molds I have. This is for the Smith & Wesson 380 Bodyguard. This is for the Walther CCP. I do plan on trying to pick up some other ones as soon as finances permit. So I can do stuff more like the Glock 17s and 19s, which are very popular, as well as some of the other ones that are relatively popular, like the SIGs and stuff like that. But gun molds are anywhere from 50 to 80 bucks a piece, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get those in a way that I can afford to do them on a regular basis. So that's a little work area demonstration or preview. Back up here again and stand on top of things. But a really tiny little work area. And no, that doesn't obviously stay there when I'm doing anything. It's just there for video purposes. But oh, and that little teeny table down there is on wheels, and I can use it to sit on if I need to save my tired old bones. But yep, that's my little work area. So what y'all think? That's it for this video. Well, no, all I'm going to show at the end of this, I can't stand behind this. Give me no room. Anywho, after this I'm going to put a slideshow together of some of the stuff I've made, just for the hay of it. So, seeing as how that's all I'm going to say, catch you next time. Be safe. God bless.